Good morning and welcome to Master Trader, where you can learn to use simple market and stock analysis to make money investing and trading. I'm Greg Capra. We're going to take a look at the broader markets today, see where they're at, and see where they came from last year, where they might be going today. So here we're looking at the Dow futures, obviously futures related to the Dow Jones Industrials, and they're trading right now since they trade 24 hours. And while we hear that the markets are up, or the Dow's up 100 or so points here this morning, we have to put that in the context of what preceded it. Now, the day before the holiday, we had a down day where the selling came into the markets about a half hour, prior to the close. And, being a pre-holiday, day, you don't really put too much into that type of price action. However, we mark off the low, we mark off the high, and we wait to see which direction prices will go in the following day, which is today. So, as the markets opened up and traded, they created this little support area, and now they're pushing up toward the prior high. You can see here on the daily chart. So we have an inside day going on right now, and odds are trends like this typically continue until they get up to the resistance area, and then traders back off. They either take profits, the ones that took positions overnight or right before the open, and then wait to see what's going to happen. Now, these markets, E-mini futures, based on the equity futures, they'll often take out that high. And then that's when they start to come in. They have a tendency to suck in the novices just as the turn begins to happen. So just be aware of that. Never chase prices as they're moving up with a pattern like this, where they're starting to go vertical. Now, this is a 15-minute time frame, but if you're a day trader, that's a relatively long time frame, especially if you're entering from, say, the 2-minute chart. So as prices come up here, there's probably going to be a tendency for, as I said, traders to back off, and we may just see prices chop sideways in this area here, and then we'll see where it goes from there. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ futures, and they are not advancing as much, but they came down pretty hard on Friday, and they've got a wider range day, but still in an uptrend here. So it's doing what you would expect it to do after this type of consecutive down bars, followed by a wide range bar closing near its low. Typically, this is exactly what would happen, where it would attempt to form a reversal day the following day. And at the moment, it's actually going sideways, which is bullish in the face of this area of resistance as buyers continue to come in. We need to see whether they can push through that area, which then opens up the door to a push up toward the old high, which would still be an inside day and leads us into any real move happening in all likelihood tomorrow. And the S&Ps, same story. And Dow has been the one showing some relative strength, but the S&Ps here are up at this resistance area at the moment as I'm speaking, trying to push up through that, and it was ignoring this topping tail. So the sellers came in right in there, and buyers just continue to step up here. And a lot of times you can get some chop here. This green bar doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to continue to move higher. This is just a bad place to be getting long after a move up at resistance, even though this has been ignored. Ideally, this would chop sideways for a little while, and then you could buy the breakout as some additional trading creates a larger support area to move out from, and then into this void up above. Okay. Other things moving here, Watt, which got clobbered in a big way last week after this move up, is up here a bit, and this kind of a pattern with this excessive volatility is going to take time for that volatility to calm down. So unless you're a day trader, just stay away from Watt. Other stocks, Apple, it's up here a bit, forming a trading range. If you're a swing trader, basically stay away. Netflix up here, there was a news article on speculation of Apple buying Netflix when they begin to, and assuming they do, bring back those billions of dollars. So that's helping to push Netflix up here a bit. That would be an interesting acquisition, to say the least. And moving here, well, one of the real dogs of last year was General Electric. It was just constantly down, down, down. The question is, will it bottom out here? As time will tell. And the area of support, or the significant area of support, is down around $15. And hold on one sec here. Just bringing another chart over here. Now, so here's a concept from the Master Trader Technical Strategies course. That we look at a pattern like this, and here's the support, and there's a void down to that. There's really nothing there. I mean, our support area is just that, an area. So this is the way we would look at it. I mean, that little area down there. Now, what could change that opinion of it going down there? Well, what would do that is creating a new support point. That has not happened as of yet. So where it had its attempt, let's move this down, to hold this area right here and create that support point, it's failed. Now, that continues to suggest lower prices. However, if it could turn and get back up toward here, well, then this could be a breakdown failure. Now, the trend is down, the support is down there, and we have our objective analysis tools to guide us and update information as it continues to unfold. And that is something lacking in many analysis that's done through indicators, whereas when you are focused on price action and you have guidelines and a trading plan that incorporates changes as they occur, it's very difficult or rare to get lost or confused. Now, with that being said, there are patterns that just say, these patterns are quite confused, so just stay away from it until it begins to clear up. So I hope that helps. I hope you have a fantastic 2018. We'll continue to do our updates. We have a lot of things in store to bring you as far as education and things that are happening in the markets through then. So any questions, you're always welcome to email myself, Greg@mastertrader.com, or you can email Dan@mastertrader.com. Happy trading, everyone.